Legacy started out as an almost completely different, I don't want to say story, but a whole nother script.
I became a resident assistant last year, my junior year, and I told all the residents, and Cris Thorne, he's one of my residents, I told all the residents basically about my life and how I became a resident assistant, from getting robbed to not having any housing to just my whole ordeal and being in school and how difficult it was for me to get there, but knowing that I was supposed to be here.
It was kind of it wasn't something that moved me right away. It was just something that piqued my interest.
So he basically came into my room and he interviewed me, asked a couple of questions about how everything was, and I had to open up and basically let him know how difficult it really was.
And then over the summer, I decided, I would come back senior year with this script in, a new condition.
I was told I was going to do the Corey Baker script after a while. So reading over his parts, I started to find a lot of similarities in myself and in college students in general. And so when looking at the script, I was like, oh, all I gotta be is a struggling college student, I've been a struggling college student. The only difference is Corey lived out of his car.
I don't necessarily look for actors, per se. I don't look for people that, necessarily have acting on their resume. I look for people that I feel kind of fit the role already.
Yo, Corey, wait!
Oh, what's up, man? It's all right?
Right.
How you looking? What's going on, man?
Good. Hey, you pretty good out there in that water.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. You ever thought about swimming for school at all?
I did it in high school. I never took it too seriously, though.
I don't know why not. Swimmers like you might actually have a good team this year.
When I met him, he was a little shy and stuff, never really acted before, but as people can see from watching the film, he just totally blew me away. For someone who'd never done anything like this before, he did an amazing job. He was Corey to a T.
I know you're tired of hearing me say this, but with just a little more help.
Not the damn essay contest thing again.
Corey,
I'm not doing it.
You can make your own way as much as you like, but this is something that you need.
No, it just seems like somebody trying to pat themselves on the back for helping out the poor college bum.
You can't think that way. And you practically already finished writing the thing. Today is the last day to hand it in.
Look, I've already made it this far and things are starting to look up. I told you I don't want pity.
Haven't you learned anything? Corey!
Well, we have one, girl.
Yes! Boy.
If it's not broke, I don't try to fix it. I feel like Tanaja's always been there. She's always been on top of her game. I've had no problems with her in the past, so there's no was no reason to switch that up.
Going in, I felt like this was something definitely a lot different than anything that we had worked on before. It was more true to life than a lot of the things that we had done. And so I knew that it was going to be, a little bit of a challenge because, I feel like everyone who watches Legacy can see themselves or someone who they know or something in the characters. So I know for me personally, I definitely wanted to make it relatable to other, to other people.
Morning, Amy.
Good morning, girl.
Hey, did you see this?
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Some of the students were talking about it. This isn't the first time he's written one.
It isn't.
He wrote a few over the summer. The students called him the college bum. I just kind of went with it. I really wanted to, being that this is my first kind of real acting, if you will, that's on film, I definitely wanted it to be as natural as possible. And I think that a secretary role, and just Amy's whole character, she's very much the voice of reason. She's very wise, and she's kind of like that shoulder.
No, you the pizza man? Okay, yeah. I love the character, Shine. He was a perfect person for me because I feel like he was, motivating. He was a person that was always uppity, not really uppity, but he was always happy in a way.
Camera rolling and action.
Corey P, baby!
In the beginning, it was kind of weird because in going into the movie, we still had to play like we didn't have that chemistry. You know, we had still that standalone relationship. But I did meet Tanaja at the beginning of starting the film. We got together, read our lines a couple times, read over the scenes, and so it gave me a chance to see how she would read them in a cold setting, not really acting it out, just reading them. And I think that's how we kind of built chemistry.
You know, reading it on paper, like, you know, Corey and Imani kissed and stuff, and I'm like, oh boy, like, you know, it was always like, you ready, Devani? Okay, we're gonna do it this time. So that was fun, but, you know, we did it.
I was nervous. I'm always nervous, you know, first day of shooting. You know, you don't really ever have a feel for your cast until that first day of shooting, because I mean, as much as you rehearse, which we didn't really rehearse that much, you know, chemistry doesn't really come from those rehearsals. It really, in my experience, my limited experience, I guess you could say, it really comes together on set.
And action.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Professor Gregory. Is everybody registered for sociology?
Cancel.
I know.
Get it together.
Sociology.
The first day we came in, we began our shooting our classroom scenes. I like that basically as an intro shoot because it was a chance for me to not only see familiar faces around me and get more of a comfort zone, but it began in a classroom. So, you know, I sat down as Corey, you know, look around, write something, and be a student. That was the easy way to kind of get the first day jitters off.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Professor Gregory. Is everybody registered for sociology of poverty?
Wait, you mean this is an alcoholics anonymous?
I'm afraid not.
My probation officer.
So that first day of shooting, you know, everybody pretty much, you know, just got right down to it, and it makes my job as director so much easier.